How are you doing, Jen?
Good. Missed your backpack today.
I know we had a funeral today, unfortunately, and I know did Casey end up going?
No, poor Casey ended up getting shingles.
Oh no.
So she just got over COVID and now she's been hit with shingles. So
Oh my God. Poor thing. I felt so bad because any other time I usually could fill in, but the funeral didn't start till 11 and I would have just been cutting it so close.
do we need to text Catherine to let her know it's open?
Do you want me to email her real quick?
No, Kim, I can see you, but can't hear you. Poor Kim, you're always having trouble with the headset and the computer.
Oh. Catherine just emailed that she set a meeting up for 7 p.m.
I would tell her to just get on this one though, since we're here now and Corbin's recording it. If she can. I just updated the website so that it says, link fixed or whatever, just so if anybody tries again.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, we can hear you.
Yay. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize about the password thing until it was too late to figure it out. Anyway, I think some other folks are going to join. Let me text Kim because she was trying to get in. I was in the kitchen trying to cook dinner at the same time, so I'm discombobulated tonight. All right, let me send a note to Kim.
Kim's on.
Oh, Kim's on? Okay.
You can't hear her.
Kim?
Okay. You guys hear me now?
There you are.
Nothing at
All right, problem solved. Yahoo! Yeah, I was glad we could have a meeting because I thought that we could. Oh, wait a second. Should somebody record?
It's already being recorded.
Already being recorded. All right, great. So Corbin couldn't attend. I'm not sure what the hang up was. I looked to make sure that it wasn't supposed to be on Tuesday for some reason. So I guess it was just an oversight there, but he did send his notes and I know you all have them, but I wanted to just read them so we could have it for the recording. So Corbin says the 8th grade students are reading Hidden Figures and we'll have a culminating activity next week at the high school, which will include a guest speaker and a viewing of the movie by that same name. And that was a really cool movie if you guys haven't seen it. 8th grade students have already gone through the process of selecting their high school electives. Current 6th and 7th grade students will be going through the same process over the next couple weeks. Middle school spring sports begin on March 21st. I think I got an email for registration. So if you guys didn't get that, I think you have to register your kid if they want to play sports. The second marking period grades will go live in Skyward at around 2:30 tomorrow, Friday. There's a winter band and orchestra concert on February 23rd at 7 p.m. And the parent-teacher conferences are going to be held on March 2nd and 3rd. I haven't seen the sign up for that yet. Has anybody else seen that go out? It'll be out soon. So before I didn't send out an agenda, what I was hoping we could do is Kara was able to make it. I can't really see. Let me go to a different view. There's Kara. I thought she volunteered very nicely to host, sponsor, lead the book fair, which put a ton of work into that, and it looks like it's gone really well. I had the question as to whether the Sign Up Genius was live yet. I saw the draft, but I didn't know if it was live. But Kara, if you want to take some time now, maybe just to go over any last tidbits, anything we need to do to help you out, other than
sure.
sign up. All right.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, we are all set up and ready to go. Corbin sent out the welcome letter and had the links to the Sign Up Genius and everything in there. We do have like 3 people who signed up already, which is great, huge. And then I am gonna ask him to resend it again, just more of a specific volunteer message.
Right.
Just so we can make sure that everybody got that info. Do you guys have the password for Facebook? I feel badly always pestering Jax for getting stuff up, and I can easily just post it really quickly if you guys are okay with that. But I don't have any of the login stuff.
If I have it, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I always just bug Jackie, but
Okay.
anybody else have it?
I'll
I'm not
check and
opposed.
see.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
check
it
and
might-
see if I have it, Kara. I'll have
It
to
might
dig a
be-
little bit, but I might.
Yeah, it just might be good to have more than one person
Okay.
who can get on there.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, because yeah, I have a bunch of posts I've made for her that she can just post. But we're like 2 weeks out at this point. So I just want to make sure we get it out.
So the time slot was like 7 to, it was, I was trying to look at the time slots. It's going to be open from 7 to 2 or something like that.
Yeah, so it's a long day. They cycle in pretty much every half hour. The classes cycle in. So I did make hour-long slots. Hopefully people will sign up for 2 maybe. And I did skip where I knew there wouldn't be a class, and one person can handle it for stragglers, but it's nice to have at least 2 people there for
Okay.
like a full class.
If we have 2 people, I'll come in every day,
Okay.
provided we have 2 people, because I'll have to bring my computer, and if I'm in the middle of a meeting, I don't want
I hear you.
you know what I mean?
hear
But I'm
you.
happy to do that. I have like 3 or 4 meetings throughout the day, but there's big breaks in between.
Okay.
So that might be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, my only concern is like I can run the fair. I know the fair part in and out. It's the school part I don't know. I'm used to volunteering at the elementary school, so I know my way around EC. But as far as like where we can go and what we can do when we're in the building, it would just be nice if I had somebody else who knew who to ask if we needed something. Or at least that was part of what I was going to ask Corbin tonight, which I'll just send him an email, like our facilities person, so they know when all these cases are showing up, just who do I contact and that kind of stuff. So I will probably just shoot him an email now, since he couldn't be here tonight, and just get all that information.
Okay.
But as far as everything else, it's just promoting it, making sure the kids have their money that day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be ELA classes. Friday, Christine requested it be open so that stragglers can come down. So I'm not all that concerned about Friday having like a lot of people. And then I did ask Corbin if we could be open any other days and times. And, he was like, I don't want kids leaving lunch. I don't want kids leaving classes. So I just sort of left it at the 3 ELA days and then that Friday.
Yeah, that
Just
sounds good. I know Kim, you've in the past when we've had these things written up a little blurb for Corbin to send out reminders each morning. So you might want to think about something like that, Kara, because
Okay.
if the kids forget on Tuesday, they're going to forget on, Wednesday, Thursday, it might be a reminder there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
Kara, I'll send Corbin an email and say, on Monday, please say this. Then on Tuesday, and I alter a little bit. Oh, remember, guys, now we're down to 2 days. Remember your money. Remember what's coming. And then the next day, Wednesday, and just have them change it up a little bit. But
Yeah,
announce
I
it
will
every day.
definitely do that. So
He's
his
good with that.
morning, because he does the morning announcements, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
So he'll just say them. All right, perfect. Yeah, I'll get those
So
ahead to him.
there are students that are now reading the morning announcements, but they do a great job. So that,
Okay,
they'll be just fine with that.
perfect. All right, good. I'll send him then the morning announcements.
Yeah.
So we'll have, website is up, all the information, there's a page on the website now. If we can get the Facebook stuff out and the email, a second email to go out, we should be good with announcements and
That's
all that good
awesome.
stuff.
Yeah, and I like the decision, I think, just to take the cash this year. I was sort of thinking we should split it just because we haven't done any fundraising this year, but
Yeah.
but I hate to lose the opportunity to give back to the school, but if they already have a ton of money that they're sitting on, then it might be a chance
Yeah.
for us to maybe contribute a little bit to the budget.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's totally fine.
That's cool. Good. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't have a big agenda today, so I didn't know, we skipped over backpack update forever and ever and ever. And Megan, we have you here. So I didn't know if you wanted to take a few minutes and do a backpack update, or is there anything we need to be doing to help with that?
No, not as of now. Everything's been good. Jen and Casey did it all throughout the fall because I was working, but my hours for my job are different right now. I work at the Chester County Food Bank now, and I've actually met with the guidance counselor, and we're working on some outreach to kids in need at the school district, and that might impact the backpack program going forward. But that will probably not be this year. There's a lot of interesting things discussed about the backpacks and the responsibility that it puts on children somewhat unfairly, but it's really hard to get that food out without like a Meals on Wheels type of delivery system. So that has nothing to do really with the PTA at this point, but it's just something that applies to us. So I'll keep you guys posted if anything develops with that. But thank you, Jen. And I know Casey's not on this, but thank you guys for always helping out.
Cool. Jen, did you have any updates on the budget? Any issues? Anything that needs to be covered today? I think you're on mute, maybe.
Yep, no issues. I will be emailing the balance, but we have about $4,000 in there. And I did forget to get my receipts in to get reimbursed for the last event. So I need to go and do that. I thought I had already done it, but apparently I didn't as I was reviewing today. And still on one of the mini grants, one of the teachers that won a mini grant, they did not send in any receipts yet. So I don't know what they're waiting for, but so there was just the two.
An email reminder, or
I'm sorry.
do we need to send an email reminder?
I've sent them two.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they've decided not to go ahead with their grant.
If you don't mind, you can tell me, maybe I can pop by and ask them if there's something going on. You want me to
Okay,
ask?
let me. Yeah, I'll look that up. I'll text it to you.
All right. Do we have any other grants that we want to try to set a second announcement out, or for maybe
There's-
this spring?
No,
Catherine, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, we already awarded like the mini grants. So that was like for the beginning of the year.
Okay. All right.
So
brilliant.
I know it was yesterday, seems like maybe yesterday, that there was an email. No, it was today. I replied, and Catherine, I CC'd you on it. There's another teacher. Remember Laura Frank asked for PTA support for one of the clubs?
Yeah, the
Never mind.
birthday club. She
The
wanted,
birthday club, right.
She won a mini grant and
Right.
we gave her a check.
Sorry, I've been in
There's-
meetings all day. I haven't
That's
checked
all right. Don't worry
anything.
about it. There's another teacher. They run, it's a club thing again. They run a cupcake decorating club. Clubs met today, so that's why this is on point. But and they emailed me and asked me if I thought PTA could help support. The teachers are paying for all the supplies out of pocket, and I said thank you for reaching out to us. We need to check, but I think we can probably help you. And I suggested to her, and she didn't reply, but I suggested to the teacher that she possibly email the families of the kids in the club and, use a sign up genius, be specific about what you want and see what kind of donations, because we found that families, really many families, if they can, they don't mind at all contributing to an activity. And then, if she still needed more beyond what was donated, then, I felt like PTA could probably help her, but that we needed to let me know what else is going on. So then I just kind of keep that in your.
Would it help if we tried to set up a sign up genius for them? Coming
Well,
from the PTA, and because it
wouldn't
looks
mind
like
doing
it's the
that.
special education club, or is it open beyond the
No,
special
it's
ed?
cupcake decorating.
Oh, okay. She's
making
just
fun of the
works in special ed.
teachers.
Okay, got you.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah,
says there's
all the
30
teachers
kids
have
in
a
the club.
So, mhm.
So what do we, there's not a specific ask, but there's like cake mix, icing, paper towels, wipes, spoons, sprinkles,
Mhm.
baggies, tinfoil, et cetera. There's a list here. I would suggest,
Right.
we're not sponsoring anything where we're asking for donations this month. We haven't done anything since
Right.
probably
So-
October.
She has access to a whole roster, being able to email the whole club group in one fell swoop, kind of like you would
Okay.
email a class. So she can do that and just say, hey, parents, we're excited to have, your kiddo in our cupcake decorating. Any chance you can help us out with supplies, So I haven't heard back from her. If she gets back and says, well, I'm not comfortable with that, then we can, move
Okay.
forward with a different approach. But
Right.
but I have not seen a reply yet to that email. I didn't want her to feel like it was a no, but and they've already spent a lot out of pocket. The teachers have. You can imagine 30 kids with cupcakes and all of that's the stuff that goes with it.
Mhm.
But anyway, so and I don't want her to spend any more money out of themselves, but I think they could probably get some donations. And clubs only meet like every other day 6. So we had, or maybe I think that's right. So we met today. So she's got a couple of weeks and she could get it out and get donations in. So we'll see
Okay.
what she says.
All right. Well, keep us posted. I think sometimes if it's sign up genius is coming like from the PTA or something, maybe we can get people seeing. You're talking, if everybody brought in one thing, 30 people brought in one thing, they would have quite a bit of supplies. But, if they're able, yeah.
Since I'm in the role of a teacher right now, I've sent an email. Jen, you might could attest to it. I have Jen's kid in my class. Like, all right, guys, we're doing this recycle project. Who's got stuff? And I got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They just have to know what's going on. Middle school kids are not always telling their parents everything. So anyway.
All right. I wanted to, before we do any other announcements, I wanted to just touch base on the membership. And I don't know if you guys have tried it in the past, but would it be possible for us to start membership for next year, like a month or something before school sets out, and go to the 6th grade parents to try to get those already kind of in and renew the 7th grade? Have you guys tried that in the past, or?
We've reached out. It's a little tough because you've got 5 elementaries coming in. So we can definitely try again. I don't know that the elementaries don't, well, unless it's changed. I don't know any elementaries that are using Member Hub. Not that matters, other than us maybe, well, now I'm kind of thinking out loud about this. So if we put together some sort of flyer or something that they could send through their portal, they use, guys, Carol, what is it called?
Couldn't they just couldn't they just use the same link we do and let them actually join the middle school PTA as 6th grade
Yeah.
students?
Yeah, they just have to, we wouldn't have access to the parents to email them.
Oh, I
The,
see.
the
All right.
elementary PTAs would have to send it out. Like,
Got ya.
I
Okay.
would suggest that we format the email, here's a
Right.
suggested email. Hey, guys, you've been involved in PTA. We want you to continue. We still need you at the middle school. Click here. It's
Got ya.
only whatever, $7.
It'd be great if
whatever
we
it
could
is.
have like at least some list started at the beginning of the year so that some of
Mhm.
the things in the fall can get going well. But
Yeah.
all right, what about March activity? We don't have anything planned. What's the pulse on trying to host a dance? Is anybody, what's the flavor? I know we've just gone through this big spike in COVID. I think, are the numbers going
Well,
down? Or I mean, what are they thinking?
I can tell you that kids are back in school. I have very few absent right now. So that tells me that things are leveling out. We have to have cameras on and these quarantine slides available through tomorrow. And that's to benefit kiddos that are at home that can, log in and just at least hear what's going on in class and see what's being posted on the board. And the idea was that the quarantine spike would soften and we could not have to do the whole camera and extra quarantine slides as of next week. So we got a huge influx of students, not only returning from quarantine, but coming in from cyber and or virtual school. I've had three new students in the last 2 weeks. That's just me. That's just one class. And there's a lot more. That's so to me, those are indicators that okay, people are feeling comfortable coming back to school. They're not at home, those kinds of things. So I think it might. I wish Corbin could have joined us, but we can ask him. What it's looking like for if you're going to do something in March. We got to get it.
I was thinking that April 1st Friday, April
do
1st.
April Fools.
Yeah.
Can we do an April Fool's dance?
If there's not like, with maybe like the 8th as a alternate, April 8th. So that would give us, almost all of March to plan. We could look on the numbers. I mean, maybe he'd let us go ahead and plan, and then we would have an alternate date, and then obviously a cancellation.
Yeah.
If it cancels for some reason, then there's no activity. Then the next activity would be the end of the year picnic. So those would be the last 2 things I think we would be planning. Unless you guys have other ideas. Do you think we need to squeeze something else in case the dance would be canceled? Or
well, I was just
that's for the kids. I mean, we haven't talked about the
Yeah, I was actually going to look at the weather to see if we were going to have any snow that lasts, that we could do any snow kind of stuff, like the actually we did squeeze in like snow building, whatever, we had a contest with that. I don't know.
It's really hard to predict, like when you're going to have enough snow to do anything. I mean, I guess we could plan ahead of time.
Having anytime soon. Yeah, it was pretty last minute last time. It was, but that's okay. It is something that's very easy to put together if we get enough snow. But based on what I'm seeing, I don't, on my little AccuWeather thing, is not for the next week or so. I don't see anything through the 17th that's going to produce any snow. So have you guys heard anything different? Snow?
No.
Yeah.
Well, let's think about like maybe placeholding something on April 1st or 8th, whether it's a dance or we can think of something else. If Corbin shoots that down, the end of the year picnic would be when? When did you normally have that? Did you wait until that last bit of June?
Yeah, it was the tail end. Yeah. But having said that, if we're going to do that, it would be great to go ahead if we're going to do any water ice or anything like that, to go ahead and get that booked.
Yeah, we got to start thinking about that event. You guys I think you had a sheet in the that with all of the details from last year. I think I was just going to pull that up and see what that looked like and start planning for that. All right, well, think
Yeah,
about
the-
the, an event for the April 1st. Let's try to maybe bounce some things around in the next couple of weeks through emails so that when we come back to our next meeting would be March 3rd. Is that right? March 3rd, then that would give us almost a month if we really needed to, do anything.
I think the kids might really like a dance if we're allowed to do it, only because the 8th graders have never had one.
Yeah.
The 7th
Sorry,
grade
my kids are loud tonight.
Yeah.
My door, let me shut the door, maybe that'll help.
Yeah, if we can have a dance, they would all come. As many that could possibly come would come, because we haven't
Yeah.
had a dance in forever. They would be there in droves. I really think that. I do.
Well, let me send him an email tomorrow and just get a pulse check. And I'll let you guys know, or I could CC you on the email, doesn't matter.
Ask him about the dance and about the end of year picnic thing. Like, go ahead and now see if we can nail down dates for both. So we can, if the answer is yes, then we can go
Right.
ahead and book a DJ for both, book a, all of that stuff, get all that stuff in place.
So the teacher end of the year picnic, you also did that in June, or did you do it earlier?
That
That
was
was-
in June.
Well, wasn't it?
I'm sorry?
The teacher picnic, I think was the week school ended, wasn't it, Jen?
Oh, last week. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are two pretty big events we need to plan for. Did we want to try to do something else for the teachers before the end of the year? I know we did the Bentinis instead of sort of the New Year's breakfast, but we could probably, I know the teacher conferences, they said was March 3rd and 4th. Is that what it is? Do they already have something set up for the teachers?
They have, I know the Race and Equity Committee, they're doing a potluck luncheon for the first of the 2 days of the parent teacher conferences. So we had talked about possibly, PTA had talked about possibly doing some kind of, lunch or meal for the teachers. So Race and Equity, Arnie is already pulling that together for something similar together during parent teacher conferences. Teachers could definitely use a boost, I can tell you. I mean, I listen to them. So I don't know how you guys feel. And Jen, I don't know where money wise, if we'd be able to spend any money. One of the things that they really had fun with last year was the whole, drawing every class period, drawing 2 names to win either, like a Wawa gift card or a scratch off ticket. That was really fun.
Did you just
Literally.
keep drawing until everybody won something, or how did you do?
No, it was, I literally had a whole list of everybody's name. I cut them all apart and put them in a bucket. And at the beginning of every class period, Corbin interrupted class and called 2 names. It was all faculty and all staff, everybody in the building. And it was great because there really was a wide variety of people that won, some of our facilities workers, some of our paraprofessionals, some of, and teachers too.
So you have 9
everybody.
periods. So you had like 18 or 20 drawings. Is that something like
8
that?
periods. We had 8 periods.
8 periods,
We had 8
okay.
periods. So, yeah. So
So you'd be looking at like 16, around 16 opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, you can bump it and do, like, if you could get 3 per, that'd be even better, because you have, over 100 people, faculty and staff in the building. So you can be able to, it's very quick. It takes, 30 seconds to draw a name and call it out loud. It takes them no time at all. Matter of fact, they can all be drawn in the, first thing in the morning and just be left out for each period if he wanted to do that, however he wants to do that. But
So if we did 3 names in 8 periods, it'd be $600. If we
Like
did
you
a
did a
$25,
yeah,
Is that
you don't
too-
have to
too
even
light?
spend that much. No, I don't think you have to spend that much. It can be $5 Wawa cards, and it can be, $5 scratch off tickets. So it'd be 10, 30. Well, then now that adds up. But that's
yeah.
however you want. You could even do dollar scratch off tickets, never. I don't know. You could even do 3 scratch off tickets. You wouldn't even have to do a Wawa gift card, to keep our costs down. or anything else, guys. I mean, we could have, I don't know if somebody we know, bakes cupcakes and we want to give away a cupcake and give away a Wawa gift card and give away scratch off. You know, it doesn't even have to be the same thing, or it can be $3 scratch off cards or whatever. But it was
When is
Valentine's Day.
no, the other one, the green one.
St. Patty's.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could do sort of luck of the draw, right? And do
Mhm,
all
mhm.
scratch off cards with like maybe
We
a
could.
treat.
It just feels like a long time away. I mean, it's March
Is it in
17th.
March? March 17th?
Mhm, March 17th. Mhm.
So that
Yeah.
is 6
Yeah.
weeks. Okay.
Mhm.
So you're thinking something earlier than that?
Yeah. So I just don't know how we're doing, you know. I mean, we know we have, and Jen told us we've got 4,000 in the account. I know we need to be a little careful because we haven't been able to fundraise.
Right.
Do we know anybody who does any baking? You might know. Actually, I know that I say that. I don't know if she would do it. I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, I've got this cupcake idea in my head. But I do know a mom who she's an East Vincent mom, and she does that. She makes cupcakes and they're all fancied up, you know, with the fancy icing and all that. I don't know. It just might be fun. Just brainstorming something that's not a huge cost on PTA, but still would be a fun
Yeah.
thing to do. You know.
What are people thinking? Gonna do the drawing thing and try to find a way to bring in snacks. I mean, we could all, I mean, my daughter could make cupcakes, but they're not gonna be fancy. They're just gonna be, they'll be tasty though. She
So
loves to
maybe I
bake.
need to talk to the cupcake decorating club.
Yeah, well, that might be a win-win there, right? You
Yeah.
know,
You know who I could ask too? I don't know what all they do. So Camille Dean, her kiddos, like they made it was pumpkin based dog biscuits. And they sell them with the buddies, you know, Best Buddies Club. And I bought them for 2 years in a row, and my dog absolutely loves them. My point is and I know that they make cookies. They made cookies, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, sugar cookies that they cut out with the shapes and decorated them. So if we bought the stuff, I bet, and asked Camille, gave them enough time, they might be willing to make something that then we could use as a part of the drawing, you know, something like that. They actually have a lot of stuff on hand, but I don't
let's,
know.
if we're gonna do the drawing during the class period, let's just, first of all, let's vote here on whether we want to support that and what would be a budget line for that, Jen.
Okay, I'm just pulling it up and seeing what we have left over.
Okay. And then while she's doing that, how many like cupcakes are you thinking about here? Is it just for the winners or?
Well, yeah. So in my head, it would just be if you drew 3 names per period, one of those names would be getting a cupcake. So then you're only talking 8 cupcakes.
8 cupcakes. Yeah. So I don't think that's
One
a big
person would get a
deal.
cupcake.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Right.
not
Okay. And then we
Yeah.
would have like a couple of
scratch off tickets
and
yeah,
and maybe a
maybe a Wawa
Starbucks
gift
or
card.
something, or Wawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, you know, the things that are close to school, there's not a Wawa. There's Wawa sort of close. It's not the one in
Let's
in North
assume we can do
Carolina.
this. What would be while we're waiting here? What would be a date you're thinking would be good for them? You thinking like next
Well,
Friday, next something like soon, the Valentine type thing?
Valentine's Day falls on a Monday.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day falls on a Monday, and we could do, you know, the whole show our love to our teachers or whatever, our faculty and staff,
Okay.
and do a drawing kind of thing that day, and
All right.
totally be surprised, like they don't know what's coming, you know.
Okay.
And
We could probably pull that off.
Yeah. That'd be fun. It's a fun
So
way
I'm
to start.
looking at our budget line for Teacher Appreciation Week. We have earmarked $600.
So that's
And
almost
that's-
$25.
I
That's-
don't think
we
we want to
better-
spend that
We don't
all.
have to
on
spend it
teacher.
all yet, yeah.
Yeah. When is teacher? I have to look it up. I think it's May, right? Let me look it up. Teacher appreciation. Right.
Why don't we do 200 for this, and then that saves us 400 for Teacher Appreciation Day? Which in is,
It's May, teacher appreciation is May 2nd through 6th. May 2nd through 6th.
so we
Yeah.
probably want to do something for that.
Yeah, so Catherine, last year and the years what Corbin has said in the past about teacher appreciation is that their teachers really like to hear from the kids, from their students, on teacher appreciation. So last year, how did you guys like what we did last year? We had we used a Google form, and we had kids, we emailed it to all the kids. We had QR codes that we put in the cafeteria and around all the places where they eat lunch, so they could QR code into the Google form and write the teacher name, and then write a little note to the teacher, positive note to the teacher. And then Camille's students downloaded all of that, formatted it into a little square, and then cut them out and pasted them on an apple shape cutout and delivered them to the teachers.
Oh, so every individual note got its own little
Yes.
apple.
And so that now, and I will say, this is the one thing we need to be careful of, is to make sure that every teacher gets something, make sure that so it's almost like let's have a drop down menu of all the teachers, so that first of all, they're spelled right.
Yeah.
That could be a challenge. And then, because then you can check and see if someone doesn't have something, you can fix that.
That was cute. That
And
sounds like it was
very
cute.
easy. Yeah, it was.
We'll
it was
mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. What we want to do different. It'd be fun. I like mixing
Okay.
it up.
Okay, well, that can be a big topic for our next meeting. We can organize that. I get that, because that's March. You guys probably love my last minute organizational skills. All right, so that sounds good. So how about for the teacher, for this Valentine thing?
I'm sorry, wait a second. Let me just correct it. We changed it up. We changed it from $600 for this year to Teacher Appreciation Week, $300, and teacher appreciation items to $200.
Okay. So why don't we do that? The 200 for the giveaways. Let's vote for that. And then that would leave us 300 for the Teacher Appreciation Week. And that would go for things like the supplies for if we did a cutout or something like that. Okay. So do we have enough people here to vote to spend, agree to spend $200, no more than $200 on scratch off or Wawa gift card type items for the Valentine drawing? Anybody opposed? We missing anybody? I didn't do an attendance here.
Just Amy.
Amy, so nobody's taking notes today. I'm sort of scratching notes down.
That's
We can always record. We had the recording, right? So, all right.
That's
So,
good.
so that's approved. If just make a note there, Jen, that we approve that. $200, no more than. I'm happy to pick that up. So we think, like, for each, do we want to mix it up? Like each hour would be a Wawa gift card and a scratch off and a bakery item, those three things? Or do we want it to be different each hour? Or, all right.
Idea.
I'm sorry.
I think that's perfect.
Okay. And I mean, with that kind of budget, if we're only talking about 8, I could probably just go to one of those like Sublime or something and pick up 8 cupcakes, In fact, my daughter, for her birthday, my youngest, turned 14 a couple weeks ago, and that new place, it's sort of like the Crazy Donuts. They have it now for cookies. It's called, what is it called? Crumble or something like that. Have you guys heard of it? So I had to drive an hour to this place. It had just opened out in, I forget where it was. And we got this box of, I mean, it was just unbelievable. the different kind of, I mean, they were like cookies that were like almost like a plate. And they had just, you know, all kinds of decorations and stuff on them. I mean, I went to Orange Theory 4 times that week just for like one bite. They were nuts. So anyway, all right. Was there any other business before, you know, anything we're missing here? I didn't have an agenda. I really wanted to just make sure Kara was set up.
Just want to get clarification. How many gift cards? Because I'll go ahead and take
Okay.
care of that.
It would be 8, right?
Eight
gift
$5
cards
gift cards.
and then 8 scratch off tickets. I don't know how much a scratch off ticket is
They have them in all different
in
increments.
increments. And
Maybe get
then,
a $2 scratch off, $1, $2 scratch off.
okay, so
that
you're going to
low.
get the gift cards, Jen?
Yeah, I'll get the gift cards and the scratch offs.
Okay, and then I can get the bakery thing. And then we'll just plan on having those on Wednesday. And Corbin we just have them in the office there and Corbin doles them out, or how does that work?
Yeah, so when you
do we
said you'll
wanna-
have them on Wednesday, the Valentine's Day is on Monday.
I meant Monday, sorry, Monday,
Okay.
February
Make
14th.
sure we're aiming for
Yeah,
the same
sorry.
thing. Okay. So maybe, go ahead,
wait a
Jen.
Since we have Valentine's Day coming up, do we want to just do the gift cards and the cupcakes for Valentine's Day and maybe save the scratch offs, and we can mix it up and do different kinds of scratch offs? So then we're giving them two things.
Yeah, that's
You like do
nice.
the scratch offs for a different drawing kind of day, like for St.
do.
Patty's Day or something?
Yeah, for do it for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, we can do that.
So
Sure.
that should, let's see, so it's 24 times 5, that's $120 that you would have. So you would be getting 24 $5 gift cards? Is that what you're proposing? And then I would get 24 cupcakes. So each person would get a Wawa gift card and a cupcake. Is that what we're saying
Yeah, I was saying for Valentine's Day, we could,
for the
do
Valentine's Day?
yeah, do the cupcakes and the gift cards, and then save the scratch offs for March.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, that sounds good. All right, so you get 24 times 5, that's $120 Wawa gift cards, and then that would leave me, hopefully, it's not gonna cost more than $80 to get 24 cupcakes,
Okay,
even
know,
fancy ones.
You could, I'm just going to throw this out there. Might be kind of fun on, I don't know if we can do this on St. Patty's Day. If you get dollar scratch off cards, you could almost do $100 scratch off cards plus like 8 that are $5 scratch off cards that we do the drawing for the $5 ones, but everybody gets a $1. I don't know. I mean that, maybe that's getting a little costly, but I'm just throwing it out there.
so that way everyone gets something. Well, I was thinking
Yeah.
if we kept track of who won in February, we just
Mhm.
pull their names out and make it
Yes.
hot.
Yeah, for a drawing. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. I call that, random selection, right? Or controlled randomization, right?
Do you have a list from your role there at the school, Kim, of all the teachers?
Yeah, I can get that from Sue. I can get that from Sue.
Okay, and then
Alright.
just circling back, Catherine, where's the 24 coming? I thought we
So
said
there was three people per
3
class
people.
period, and there's
Okay.
8 class periods. Or we can do 2. We can do 2 if that makes it a bit more budget conscious.
I thought we had said 2. I didn't hear the 3. So that's
Yeah,
right.
we can do 2. Let's do 2. I like that. 2 that would do a gift card and a cupcake, and then that would save. So we shouldn't go anywhere. We shouldn't go over the 200 for sure. We'd be under that, and then we could put that towards the 300. Are we allowed to do that on the budget, or does the 300 have to stay 300?
No, it can be flexible.
Okay.
Yeah. Kim, what else did we do for teacher appreciation last year?
We really just did, we had signs, we had the yard signs.
That
we
was
put out in the yard.
no, that
Yeah,
was that was 2 years ago.
Was that 2 years? No, I don't mean at their houses. I meant in the front of the building.
Oh, okay,
Like
yeah.
5 yard signs. So we can add to that. Again, those 5 are still in the closet. The ones that there's a few more than it was a set. that all came together. So we can use those again and add to them, which is
Yeah.
kind of fun. We did sidewalk chalk. We did sidewalk chalk messages last year with the signs. So that would be fun.
Okay.
Telling you, we could get some kids out there. We could get Leos out there. We could get, there's a number of groups that even one of the clubs, just depends on our timing. I'd have to figure out how close to that week in May if the clubs meet. But there is a couple of coloring clubs, like Color and Stay Calm and whatever. There's a couple of those. They might be willing to color sidewalks.
Well, we might want, if the teacher appreciation May 2nd through the 6th, and maybe we target whatever we're going to do for the middle of that, then if we have a list of, let's say we do the cutouts, something like that, a list of if any teacher is missing off the list, maybe we could line it up with the Leos or one of these clubs to try to help fill in the
Yeah, that's a good
anybody
idea.
that's overlooked.
Yeah, excellent idea.
Yeah.
And that the teachers that run that club would be all over that. Absolutely.
You know who remind me who runs the Leo again?
Miss Scott, Jen Scott.
That's right, Jen Scott. And then who does the color club? I've never heard of that one.
Oh, I have to look that up. I can tell you.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay.
Let me look. We just got our new, today was the first day of the new club. So we just got the club list that had to be updated.
When you send me the
several
list or when you send the list of teachers for the Valentine's Day, we can have that for, and they could maybe go ahead and start, just to make sure that maybe there would be something for every teacher from those.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. That's the coloring.
And then looking forward to the end of the year, that teachers picnic.
Okay. Yeah.
Megan, you had talked about checking in with your friend
Pudges,
Budges. Okay.
the owners of, what would be the head count for, like, if I had to get from them?
Usually base it on 120.
120, okay. I can tell them.
110 to 120. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that includes everybody, all faculty, all staff. Now, I mean, not everybody goes, so.
Right.
But
So Megan, are they caterers? They provide everything, or would we have an option where we could like maybe they would do the food and beverages, but we could I don't
the
know,
desserts.
or decorations or paper products, something to reduce the cost. Is there any options like that maybe?
They are open to anything.
Okay.
They have 2 boys in 8th grade, and
All right.
they're so easy to work with. And I know they
Okay.
want, because I've talked to Melinda Baker about it. So I could just say, it's for 120 people. And we might want to supply the paper product on our own, or
We'll see what they come back with the budget. Maybe if you can have some just rough for the March meeting, because we're going to probably need to start digging in on that.
All right, I'm going to email them as we speak.
And then we can break that down. So it ended up being a productive meeting. I took a whole page of notes here. All right, brilliant. So next up is the book fair. So if you haven't signed up for that, or whatever you need to do to help Kara, make sure you don't, raise your hand. Don't take it on. And then I'll send out an email to Corbin about the dance, potentially a dance, or the end of the year picnic dates. If for some reason he's not flexible on the dance, I'll let you know right away. But we should all be thinking, I think, of an alternative in case, because even if we schedule it, you never know with the current situations, things get canceled pretty easily. We're prepped for the February 14th. That's actually going to come before the book fair. So Jen, you're going to grab the Wawa gift cards. So we're doing 16 now, 16 Wawa gift cards, and I'll do the cupcakes. And we'll try to get those to school, I guess, the first thing on Monday morning, the 14th. And I'll send out a note to Corbin as well to make sure he's okay to. So he just does the drawing. We provide him the little fish bowl or whatever, and he's happy to do that. I'll confirm with him that he's okay to do that. Send an email to Jen Scott. Did you have the Color Club person? Did you find
So I
that yet?
found the clubs, but I didn't, it doesn't, I have to look somewhere else to find
All
who's
right.
got the room number. I can, hang on a second, tell you the room is. I have to look at my little map. Be right back.
So we'll get them helping with some of the teacher appreciation stuff, whether it's writing a few of the notes or being prepared in case there's some teacher that, somebody forgot about. We'll have to think about what we're going to do. We're going to do another apple cutout or whatever on that. I'm trying to look through here, my notes. Megan, you're going to check on for the end of the year picnic for the faculty.
Yes, and that's the last. Are we gonna do it on the last day of school?
It's usually the second to the last day, not the last day. 'Cause
Oh.
the teachers don't necessarily want to hang out on the last
Oh.
day.
If I were them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look at the schedule, unless there's like a snow makeup. We'll do the next to the last of what's currently scheduled, and then see what that looks like for students. You do the students before the teachers, their end of the year picnic. I mean, what is they get out of school, or how's it been on?
So, I mean, is this right, ladies? Last year, we didn't host, because we couldn't have a dance or anything. Didn't we did the water ice truck, right? We did the water ice we did it for the whole school, right?
So it wasn't a picnic for them. It was more of like a water
No.
ice.
It
What
was.
about the game day? I mean, could we do something in the parking lot, like a game? The badminton, cornhole, things like that. We did already in October, but it was sort of a smaller version of that, like a tailgate, but just one focused on outdoor games.
Mhm.
So we wouldn't do a picnic for them per se. It would be more of a social.
I think we combined it with yearbook signing. We combined it around when they were going to get their yearbook, so they could use that time when they set time aside at the end of the day for the kids to get together with everybody in their grade, and sign each other's yearbooks. And we had the water ice then too.
Okay.
Hey guys, I have a question. When is our next general meeting to invite the bakers to come to that?
It's the next meeting. Yeah.
I think it's March.
We don't have a
3rd.
speaker lined up. I don't know if anybody had any ideas about speakers, but we can always just have a meeting and invite everybody. I mean, everybody could come. I just didn't put it on the website today.
Wednesday.
March 3rd.
March
Oh,
10th, I think.
Is it the 10th in March?
Oh, yeah, it is the
I
10th. I have it down.
It's the 10th.
Okay,
Sorry.
on a Thursday.
I actually have both. I don't know why.
Yeah, both dates. There's that link that Sue sent, but I think there's a password associated that I can't remember. Let me look it up real quick. Sue. So there's this link on the FMX calendar. Can anybody access that? I can't even find it right now. New PTA dates. So the OJRSD Go FMX. No events to display. I don't have any idea how to use it. Oh, I'm in December. So let's see. It is not on the schedule. Do we have to filter it on something? I'm looking on the 3rd. No, I don't see anything on the 3rd. The 10th. I don't know if I'm looking at this thing right, guys. I'm sorry. Because the email I got from her for the PTA dates, she sent me the link to the GoFMX, but when I go on there, I don't see anything. Where did you, Kara, where did you have the 10th? Was that the original, was that what I sent for us to put up on the Facebook? Okay, that is the schedule then.
Yep.
That might have been
it's-
one that got changed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what's been on the website.
Yeah. All right. So Jen, I don't know if we want to check on the calendar, but just maybe keep it for the 10th for now. Calendar on the, is that on Facebook, Kara? Or
I
on
don't
the
know about
website?
Facebook,
Okay.
but it's on the website.
Okay.
It was the original one that was posted
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Was there school? Were they out of school on the 3rd or something? Maybe
Is that one
Corbin
of the
had
half
something to
days?
do.
Wait, are you talking about March or March? We have
March.
parent teacher conference.
That's it. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, that makes
It's a
sense.
half day.
It's actually,
We probably
parent-teacher
originally had it on the
conferences.
3rd and got moved to the 10th. Yeah.
yeah, it's parent teacher conferences, the 2nd and 3rd, and professional development on the 4th, which is
Yeah.
Friday the 4th. So there's no
Yeah.
school for the kids on the 4th.
All right, that makes sense then. That makes sense. All right, any other business? Anybody else? Think we covered it all? Wait, do we have any ideas of people to that we would want to have come speak on the 10th for a general meeting? I thought the cyber piece was really interesting, and I thought that's really the only ones we've had this year. I mean, what other types of things you think folks would be interested in?
There's always the social emotional piece of, I mean, there's been an awful lot going on in the kids. A lot of kids are struggling, this whole, not only kids transitioning back into school, but then the kids getting used to new kids coming in. It's been, we had like 40 kids come into the school since, December and January. That's a bunch.
Yeah.
That's a bunch.
Do you get people like faculty members?
To speak to that, there are
Yeah.
a couple of faculty members, Stacia Bickle and Matt Charleston. They are the social emotional kind of gurus on campus. Not that they're the only ones, but they do a lot of the training. They presented last year for us. Also, I don't know if you guys would be interested in or what perspective we would present from the Race and Equity Committee. Just looking at addressing that in our building, making our building more equitable, not just racially, religions, everybody, like the whole gamut. They look across all areas.
Who runs that committee? Do you know?
Yeah, Camille Dean runs that. There's several. We just met. Today's Thursday. Yesterday.
Okay.
That's how come I knew if they were doing the potluck on the parent teacher conference day.
That's good. It's good that they're having that.
They do.
That's
They're
two
doing
good topics. I can reach out to both. Matt Charleston, who was the other person?
Stacia Bickle. She's a gifted and talented teacher.
yeah.
Okay. The 2 would be nice if we could get 2. Those are good topics.
Mhm.
If we haven't ever done race and equity, that would be probably a good topic for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Matter of fact, and I don't know if they could dovetail. We are their race and equity. They're looking at using an hour and a half of the professional development day on March 4th to have high school students that were in our middle school to talk about their experience with regard to race and equity and what their experience was in our middle school, just to have a student's perspective. So if they pull that together, it'd be kind of cool to have that same group come and speak to PTA, because they'll be presenting to teachers at the professional development, not to families. So I don't know, just might be something to dovetail. You get them going and get a good presentation together. Maybe they might be willing to do that same thing again for a PTA meeting. Kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good idea.
Kind of get more bang for your buck, put all that work.
Yeah. Well, and it's right around, it's like just literally the week after. So if they were already prepared for it, and it would be very good. Very good. All right, ladies, if there isn't anything else, I'll let you have, thanks for hanging in there and let's get this linked in today. Cause I went on and I said, waiting for the host, and I'm thinking, oh boy, the host isn't coming. Hopefully Kim's coming, because I figure you know everything, Kim.
No, I don't have access.
Well, I went
to
on
that.
and
I
set
wish
up
I
a
did.
Zoom real quick, but we
Yeah.
would only had 40 minutes. So anyway, well, now I have it if we need it again. I didn't even think about my companies, but we're not allowed to use Zoom. We have to use Teams. I don't know if you guys use Teams, Outlooks. I could have used my Teams account, but I didn't know if you guys had that or not, but use that as a backup next time if we need to. So,
Okay.
All right. We'll speak soon then, and we'll do the 14th. We'll get that underway, and then book club and book fair. Seems like we're turning the corner here. So, all right.
Hey,
Cheers.
Okay.
Guys,
Bye bye.
thank you so
Good
much. Bye,
night.
guys.
Thank you.
good night, guys.
Bye.